Blake Lively Deposition, age 12. Attorney Friedman. Good morning. What's your full legal name? Blake Allender Reynolds. And what is your date of birth? 8/25/1987. How long have you been an actress? 21 years. Do you recall the year you started? Professionally, 2004. You agreed to play the role of Lily Bloom and it ends with us at the end of 2022. Is that correct? Yes. Prior to that time, had you heard about the book with the same title? Prior to agreeing? Yes. All right. Pages 15 and 16. And what did you learn about how large the fan base was? Hudson. Objection. Can you be more specific? Sure. When you first had learned about it having a large fan base, what did you specifically learn about the fan base? I don't understand the difference in the questions. That it was a large fan base? All right. Did you know how many people that large fan base consisted of? No. Did you know how many people had, was there a following where a number of people loved the book? Hudson. Objection. I don't understand the question. I'm sorry. That's okay. I'll ask many questions that will be unintelligible. I apologize in advance for that. Let me try it a different way. Prior to accepting the role, did you know what genre the book was? Do you recall whether it was a comedy or a love story? And did you know anything like that prior to accepting the role? Yes. What did you know about the genre? I knew that there was, prior to accepting the role, I read the script, so it's a little hard to differentiate the two. But yeah, I knew that there was romance. I knew that there was drama. I knew that there was trauma. I knew that there was levity. I knew that there were many facets in the story. And you knew that as a result of reading the script or as a result of talking to someone else prior to the time that you accepted the role? Reading the script. Prior to accepting the role, were you aware of what age demographic liked the book? I don't remember. Prior to accepting the role, had you heard of Colleen Hoover? No. When did you first hear of Colleen Hoover? In that same phone call that I mentioned? Page 21. Baldoni I was aware of him. How were you aware of him? I'm friends with and follow Liz Plank, who does a podcast with him, and I follow an account called Celebrity Kind, who has featured him before. That was the extent of my awareness. When did you first meet Liz Plank? I don't recall. Around 2020. How did you meet Liz Plank? I don't remember. We have a lot of mutual friends. Who are your mutual friends? Hudson. Objection. Kate Vorhoff, Justin Trudeau. They're people that with more degrees of separation that we have run in the same circles as. Now, I understand that you had heard that Justin Baldoni was involved in the film. What did you learn about what his involvement was? Hudson. Objection. I learned that he was the director and was to star as the male lead in the film, as well as retaining the rights as Warren described. Pages 28 and 29. And did you have any concern prior to accepting the role that would be some sort of an issue, that he would be both the lead actor and also, be the director? I've worked with actors before who have been both the actor and director, so it's not necessarily an immediate concern, but there are many factors at play with each person. And were there factors at play specifically with Mr. Baldoni as the male lead and the director during that time? Specific to him, not necessarily. Every job, you have to consider all elements and all factors. Okay. Prior to accepting the role to play Lily Bloom, had you met Justin Baldoni? Yes. On how many occasions? 1. Where was that meeting? In New York City, in my apartment? How long did that meeting last? I don't recall. It was a couple hours. And do you recall when that meeting was? December of 2022. And how was it determined that that meeting would take place at your apartment in New York City? Agents from my end. I don't know how it was determined from anyone else's. And do you recall the day that you actually met Justin Baldoni in your apartment? Hudson. Objection. Are you asking about the date? Yes. No. Do you know whether it was during the day or in the evening? Day. And who was present at that meeting? At the meeting, the two of us were in the meeting, but there were many people present. Who else was present? My sister was there. My family was there. We have employees coming in and out constantly. And tell me what you recall about that meeting and what you said during that meeting. Can you be more specific? Sure.